Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. And next matchup for UFC Fight Night is a middleweight match between Nassourdine Imavov versus Brendan Allen. Let's kick things off with Nassourdine Russian sniper Imavov, who comes into this fight as a minus 210 favorite with a record of 14-4. Now, with a nickname like Russian Sniper, you'd think this guy never misses, but let's just say he's more like a stormtrooper when it comes to big fights. Sure, Imavov's a skilled striker and has some serious mat game, but let's break down those 6 knockouts, shall we? 3 of them were in the UFC, but they don't exactly scream elite. He knocked out Edmund Shabazian, who's been finished in 4 of his 5 losses, like someone forgot to hit the save button. Then there's Ian Heinisch, a guy whose UFC membership was probably hanging by a thread before Imavov TKO'd him. It wasn't even a KO, more like Heinisch just decided he'd had enough. And don't even get me started on that Jared Cannonier stoppage. Cannonier was winning that fight, and the first sign of trouble, the ref basically handed Imavov a gift card to victory. So does Imavov have that one-punch KO power? Nah, but he's got enough pop in his strikes to mess up your face, and his kicks aren't too shabby either. If you're thinking of shooting for a takedown, don't. His takedown defense is rock solid, and if he gets you down, he'll pound you like dough for a loaf of sourdough. With 4 submissions to his name, if he can't knock you out, he'll just squeeze you into a bad position and choke you out. He's never been KO'd and only submitted once, so losing by anything other than decision is basically not on his to-do list. His one downside, sometimes he just gets outworked. But to his credit, he's been more active lately. Maybe because he got tired of hearing that criticism. Now let's talk about Brendan All-In Allen. This guy comes in as a plus 175 dog, but honestly, it feels like someone forgot to check the odds. With a record of 24-5, Allen's a submission grappling beast who's caught the striking bug. He's got 5 knockouts and 14 submissions. 14. This guy's got more rear naked chokes than a sleep-deprived toddler clinging to a pillow. 6 of those submissions came in the UFC, and if you count his Contender Series win, make that 7. Brendan started off as your classic grappler, but now his striking game is legit. He's got power kicks, solid straight punches, and here's the kicker, pun intended. He's smart about it. He doesn't just throw hands for the sake of it. He uses his striking to close the distance and set up takedowns, and if he can't get them, no biggie. He can hold his own in a stand-up war. The man has been knocked out twice, but like a good comeback story, he always returns sharper and more dangerous. Every loss makes him level up like he's in a video game. So, who's taking this one? Imavov has the technical striking edge for sure. His jab is slick and he's got some decent combos. But let's be real, Allen's the better grappler by a mile. And while Imavov can hold his own on the ground, Allen's submission game is like a boa constrictor. The real key here is cardio. Imavov tends to fight off the back foot, and when he does, he's usually losing rounds. Meanwhile, Allen's pressure is relentless, and I think he's going to wear Imavov down like a pair of cheap sneakers. Allen's got the heart, cardio, and the grit to drag Imavov into deep waters and finish him on the ground. Official pick, Brendan Allen, and not just because of his cardio. The man's on a mission, and while Imavov has skills, Allen's going all in, literally and figuratively. You can expect him to find a way to get this to the mat where he'll grind out a win, probably with another one of his patented rear naked chokes. Just make sure you've got snacks because Imavov's going to need something to eat after the choke puts him to sleep. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this one. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.